Welcome back, everyone! This is Jaronitis bringing you Feed the Beast 1.6. Today we are starting on episode 104, and today we are all alone. No more Elroy. We may go back to Witchery later. Realistically, there's a lot of really cool things to do in Witchery. I'm not sure how much more there is to be covered here, though. I'll have to see. There's a lot of really cool things that can be done, and if I run across them later on, I will. But for now, we are going to deal with a couple of other things, like the fact that I have a deep storage unit for redstone, and there's only 1,000 in it. Okay, there's 1,000 in it because I went and got lots of redstone. It took me a long time. And I don't want to have to worry about running out of redstone again. As you might have heard, I got really irritated running out of redstone, and I'm just not going to deal with that anymore. So today, we're going to make it so that I will never run out of redstone again. Okay? Might be able to get this all done in one episode, maybe not, we'll see. First thing we're going to do is grab an auto spawner. We're going to grab my pig in the safari net, and we're going to grab a tesseract. I've tried to decide where I want to do this, and I have decided that it is time to take down the original blaze spawner that we built way back in episode, 8? 10? Something like that? We built this thing a long time ago. So we are going to take this thing apart, because I'm going to use the space, and with our other farm, we really don't need this to be here anymore. So it's no longer necessary. So we're going to break it up and sell it off to the highest bidder. Oh, stop. I know you don't like me. You don't have to like me. Is my magnet turned off? Nope. There we go. So whether they like me or not is irrelevant. We're going to go in here, and you know what? I'm not even going to be nice about it. I'm just going to break the spawners. Because if I really want to at this point, I can just go get more. I actually have more, if you remember. There are extra spawners sitting in the nether that I've sat there a long time ago and have just never done anything with. So, last gentleman, you've done well for me. The fact that they're actually hitting me. So obviously the thing I used to have them continue to function every time I started something, it functions rather well. So now that's an issue. Where are the other turtles? Did they get sucked up over here? No. That's kind of odd. I think I just lost my turtles. Not a great thing. I mean, it's not a big... Oh, no, they'll be over here. I say it's not a big deal to lose them, but, I mean, still, it's not something I expected to happen. Alright, turtles, you can go over there. You can all get lost. Invar. I don't know why I'm getting Invar. Oh, that's right, because I'm getting Invar. So, yeah, I won't need these guys. We're going to use this space. We're going to do something else. So, I'm probably going to... Well, I didn't mean to throw that clear glass away. Let me go grab that back. Oh, man, I'm not sure this is going to be able to be done in one episode. It's going to be fairly involved. So, anyway, now I could just use the spawners, the auto spawners that I have already set up over in the other area, in the mob spawning area. But I don't want these pigs to be killed by the stuff that's over there. I want these to have something very specific done. So we're going to go ahead and do this here. Give me just a minute. I'm going to clean up this room, and we'll be right back and get this thing going. And we're back. So now this is a much more presentable room. Lots of gray, very drab, but it's only to serve a purpose. We're not really looking for anything fancy here. Fancy stuff will be something I'll do at a different time on a different series. This series has been a non-fancy kind of thing. So anyway, so let's see. We're going to start out... let's see. We're going to need to put 2 blocks down here. We're going to put down a auto spawner, and we're going to put down this tesseract. This tesseract should be set to main power, and we should be able to go into the configuration It's going to be blocking items, receiving fluid, and receiving energy. So now this should have, there we go, lots of energy and lots of mob essence. So sweet. That is the first step. So we are going to be spawning pigs here. And you know what, just for the fun of it, I'm going to go ahead and set them to spawning. See if we can't cause some real serious issues and lag and problems. So they can go ahead and be spawning while we go create something else that we're going to use to kill them. I've turned my sprint assist off and stuff because I am having a real big problem with trying to not run into walls. So anyway, we are going to build a slaughterhouse. And I cannot spell slaughterhouse. Alright, so the slaughterhouse is another Mine Factory Reloaded piece. If I was in the right thing, we might actually be able to do something with it, but there we go, in the slaughterhouse. So the slaughterhouse is going to require Invar axes, Invar swords, Invar gears, redstone reception coil. Well, let's just start making stuff. Alright, we're going to need 2 of these. Then we're going to need 2 of these. And then, do we have everything else? Nope, we don't have the Invar gear, which should be simple enough. Sweet. And now we've made the slaughterhouse. Alright, so we're making the slaughterhouse for a very specific reason. The slaughterhouse is going to give us very specific things that we want. So let's go over here. Actually, we're going to need a little bit more stuff that I'm trying to forget about. We're going to need some redstone energy conduit to run over to the slaughterhouse once we place it. Wonder how many pigs we have already. Probably not too many. Probably not too many, he says. Laugh, laugh, ha ha. Okay, so it can't be that many. Oh my, how wrong can I... Oh, wow. I did not fill this space in, and they're like, haha, you didn't fill this space in. Now we're going to fill it with pigs. Excuse me. I want you guys spawning, that's fine, but not down here. Oh boy, what a mess. Alright, one more block, and we should be able to run energy conduit to the slaughterhouse. Alright, so the slaughterhouse is immediately starting to tear into some piggies. That's pretty awesome. No upgrade slot for this, so the size of it doesn't... you can't upgrade the size that it gets to be. Anyway, so we are... Hey, you're not supposed to be down here. Get out of here. Alright, so how many pigs did it slaughter up here? Well, not all of them, but it's working on it. Alright, so when the slaughterhouse is active, we get meat in liquid form, and we get pink slime. Right now, what we're really interested in is pink slime. So it's working its way forward. We don't get a whole lot per pig killed. I probably should have made it a smaller area so they would actually all be killed immediately. And fill in down here because, oh my god, why are pigs still spawning down here? Alright, well, killing them with my sword is not going to do any good whatsoever. So let's see if we can't grab some blocks and fill this in real quick while they are killing them and getting me more pink slime. Let's see. The liquid meat is actually pretty cool too. You can actually package it into... actually, why not go ahead? We'll go ahead and show you how this works. We can go ahead and make a meat packer. And we would be able to make one if I was in the right terminal. I swear to God, I'm going to fix that so it doesn't cause that to happen anymore. I'm just going to stop using them. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the meat packer. Let's go ahead and get a fluid duct. How am I going to make sure which liquid it pumps out? Well, actually, that should be simple enough. Let's go ahead and get some tanks. Let's see. We have 4 empty hardened portable tanks. That should be fine. Hopefully this is going to work out the way I want it to. We probably need... I don't know if this stuff's going to auto-eject or not, so let's go ahead and get a couple servos. There's a R in there. And you know what? Let's bring a couple extra fluid ducts just to be safe. Oh yeah, wait a minute. I wanted blocks. I came all this way for blocks, and what did I bring back with me? Nothing. Alright, let's see. We should be able to whip out the old builder's wand. Put my Bombcraft wand away. And let's go back here real quick. Hopefully we'll have a bunch of extra pigs being slaughtered while I was gone. Oh, they would try. Come here. Sorry, guys. It's your destiny to die, just not here. Oh, wow. It's kind of ironic that I said, I'm going to take a break and get this room ready, and then get it partially ready, and then don't finish it. But it's okay. This will just take a second, and then it will all be fine. No more piggies downstairs. Bad piggies ain't supposed to be down here anyway. Alright, who all's down here? You, one piggy. Get! Bad pig. Alright, so this should stop the pigs from being down here. And it sounds like the slaughterhouse is doing its job rather well. Alrighty, let's take a look and see what we've got. Oh yes, we have plenty of stuff now. It actually is almost pointless to continue, but we're not going to stop now. Why would we stop now? Alright, so let's see. Fluid ducts. We're going to go ahead and place fluid ducts here. And that one is filling with liquid meat. Awesome. So now we should be able to place another one here, and it should fill with liquid meat. That's going to be a problem. Let's see. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and put the meat packager here. We will run a little bit of redstone conduit so that we can power it. And one more. Noisy pigs. Alright, so the meat packager is going to package the liquid meat. And if I had a chest, I would put a chest next to it. But we would wind up with raw meat ingots. And that, wow, it's actually processing it really quickly, and I didn't bring a chest. So let me run up here and grab a chest real quick so that I can get these. This is actually a pretty interesting thing you can do. The raw meat ingots are interesting to say the least. But now, how am I going to get the liquid slime out of it? That's one thing I don't really remember how it's supposed to work. Let's see. First off, here, meat packager. Package your meat and put it over there. Okay, good. Raw meat ingots go over there. Alright, so now, once this thing runs out of raw meat, we should be able to go ahead... Wait a minute. Where'd the slime go? What? Did you take my slime? Oh, no. The pink slime's over there now. Because, why not? See, I was wondering how it was going to do that. Now that that is there, I'm going to have to do something else because it's in exactly the wrong place. That's okay. No big deal. We will fix it. And now the pigs are going to try to run for their lives, but alas, poor piggies, you did not have a chance. Oh, and I can't put that there because the portable tanks do not work in the vertical position. Nope, don't make me. Well, you shouldn't have made me do it. Oh, come on. Get out of here. Bad pig. Alright, so we should be able to go ahead and right-click that off of there. And now we should be able to put this here and get pink slime in it. Except that now it's being problematic. Oh, that's whatever. We have 1900 millibuckets, which is more than one bucket, and we only needed one bucket of this stuff to begin with, so we can go ahead and let this run. So we need now a bucket. And as long as we're here playing with the buckets, let's go ahead and get a safari net. And I can't spell. Or am I able to spell? Okay, toad, ocelot, wisp, ocelot. There we go, an empty one. Alright, so now that we have the bucket, we're going to go ahead and get us a bucket of pink slime. Because, you know, byproducts of pigs are pig slime. Alright, so now that we have a bucket of pink slime, we need a place where we can just put this thing out and wait. Yes, I said wait. And what do you know, we have a perfect little spot right here. We're going to put out a bucket of pink slime, and now we should be able to just wait until, wow, that actually was really quick. We now have a pink slime. Cool. One pink slime, he's a tiny one, but he doesn't have to be big for our purposes. We can actually just do this way. So now we actually don't even need these pigs anymore. So we can go ahead and break in here, swap this out, and put in our pink slime. And now, do you mind? You know, I'm not even sure if the slaughterhouse will kill slimes. I don't think it will. I could be wrong. Oh, I am wrong. It's killing them. It's killing them and giving me liquid meat. Huh. That's kind of funny. I didn't see that coming. Either way, the point is that we're here for the pink slimes so that we could get pink slime balls. Okay, and there's actually quite a good reason for this, and I'll show you here in just a second when I get done killing these guys. Alright, cool. So now we have a pink slime in a safari net, so we can get pink slimes anytime we want. We shouldn't really need much more in this respect, but we'll keep this up for the moment. Alright, so why do we want pink slimes? Well, as it turns out, pink slimes are necessary in order for you to move forward with the never have any redstone issues again. So hang on a second, let me toss some of this stuff in here so that I know what I'm doing again. Don't need that or that or that. We're going to get rid of that as well. What in the world? Oh, okay. I heard a chest open. I was like, what? Who's opening a chest in my world? No one's supposed to be here. Oh my. Okay, so pink slime goes in here. And when we go to the right terminal, we are going to be making a mining laser. Okay, the laser drill from Mine Factory Reloaded requires pink slimes. Okay, so let's see. What all do we have on this? We have everything except the centerpiece, which is the glowstone illuminator. So the glowstone illuminator is just simply a illuminator frame filled with glowstone. Illuminator frame is hardened glass with silver nuggets and redstone. So we're going to need several of these. I'm wanting to say we're going to need one for... Yes, one for each precharger. We're going to need 4 prechargers, so there's 4 there. And then this one's going to require 2, so we're going to need a total of 6. Oh wow, that's kind of ironic. We had exactly the correct number of things in order to make that happen. That was pretty cool. Alright, so one of these fluid transposers is supposed to be full of liquid glowstone, and neither of them are. That figures. Wow, this one's got... Why do I have so much liquid redstone? Holy crap. Okay. Why am I out of redstone? I'm always out of redstone. Well, you might always be out of redstone because you have 10,000. Oh, I can't believe I'm always out of redstone. It doesn't make any sense. Why would I always be out of so much redstone? Because you're a dummy. Oh, well, that makes plenty of sense. I can't believe that I actually did that. That's actually pretty special. Alright, so let's go ahead and melt us some glowstone so we can fill these glowstone illuminators. Oh, wow, that's funny. I'm always out of redstone. Why are you always out of redstone? Because it's all liquefied. Excellent. All right, cool. So this will continue to run, and we should be able to get, here we go, one more. And awesome. So while the rest of that does that, we'll go ahead and see what else I can go ahead to do to get this laser going. All right, so we're going to need the laser drill itself, which we now have 2 of these to make. We should be able to, excellent, do this. Okay, now these particular things are actually fairly late game items. They require a pretty extensive power source to be able to work. They don't have to have. I mean, you can just feed them whatever excess whatever excess power stuff you have laying around. But to work at full capacity, you're going to need a lot of power, and I mean like wow, a lot of power. So hang on one second, we're going to make the rest of these, and then we should be able to go ahead and try to get this sucker going. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and use the same room, because realistically I don't really need to have the this stuff here anymore. I mean, I could keep it here and get the raw meat ingots and the raw meat nuggets, and I'll even tell you about those here in just a minute, but for now, I'm just going to chop all this up, and we'll reuse this room for the laser setup. So we'll be back in just a minute, and I'll show you how all this is going to work. Alright, now that we have this cleaned up, we can go ahead and proceed forward. By the way, just so you know, these raw meat ingots and the raw meat nuggets are actually not that great. You can eat them raw, but if you cook them, they give you quite a bit of hunger back. Your steak typically gives you 4 hunger bars. Steak, leg, whatever the heck you call these things. When you cook these, each ingot will give you back 5 health bars. So that actually is a really good way to do that. And it's granted, it's not the most effective way to get food or to make food, but now you know about them, and knowing is half the battle, as they say. All right, so cool. We have now officially made a laser drill and 4 prechargers. Now, you don't actually have to have 4 prechargers. You can actually do it with a single precharger. As a matter of fact, if you try to do this early on, I actually recommend that you use a single precharger, because this is actually something that takes quite a bit of resources and quite a bit of stuff to do. So it would actually be more advantageous to you to try to do it with a single precharger. However, the more prechargers you add, the better off that it's going to work. So one of the first things that we have to do is pick a spot. So this is the spot we're going to do, okay? So the laser itself, the laser drill, only the laser drill, not the prechargers, but the laser drill itself has to be placed over an empty hole to the center of the earth, essentially to bedrock, okay? So let's see, we're going to choose right here. So we're going to dig a hole real quick. This shouldn't take but just a... I forgot about this. I really forgot about this. Wow, I feel... No. There we go. Water, huh? I'll have forgotten that I had done this. And if I had bothered to check ahead of time, I would have known. Oh boy. Okay, so let's see. I need to get rid of this water real quick. Oh, missed it by 1. Alright, go on. Off with you. Alright, anyway, so for the laser, you have to have basically a hole down to nothingness. Okay, where did I... here we go. Yes. I probably should use my Ars Magica dig spell. It might have worked a little bit better. Anyway, basically the drill has to go down to bedrock, which we have here, or to the void, if you happen to have a place where there is void available. So it has to be that far, and before you place the drill, it has to actually have the hole all the way to bedrock placed already. So you can't place it and then dig it, it won't work. So we place the drill here, And we should be able to now, if we look real quick, see that there is a beam going down. That beam going down shows that it is working correctly and that it has been placed correctly. If you don't see the beam, it ain't working, you didn't do it right. Okay, so second thing is the prechargers. The prechargers have to be placed facing the laser drill, and I'm trying to remember if they place facing you or facing away from you. Yep, they place facing away from you. Okay, no big deal. Alright, so now we can place them. There has to be one block in between the laser drill and the precharger. And when you place that correctly, it shows the beam as well. So give me just a second here. And we will place the rest of these. Now, a word of warning. These laser drill prechargers to the laser drill and the laser drill itself are dangerous to be around. They're dangerous to be around because if you step into them, it does nothing. It's supposed to hurt me, like, a lot. Now, these may not be hurting me because I'm not feeding them any power. If that's the case, then it's no big deal. But, I wonder if I did that right. Let's find out. We're going to feed these power. And because I knew I was going to need redstone energy conduit, I made sure to get rid of it before we actually started placing this stuff down. Because if you're going to do it right. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and place, let's see, yeah, let's do it this way. We'll place the Tesseract on top, and it's going to feed power. We're going to go ahead and place these here, 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 and here. Alright, cool. So now, here we go. It's showing that we are getting power. Now, as you can see, this power is not really going up very much. Why is this power not going up very much? Well, it turns out that it takes a royal ton of power to do anything with this particular setup. And you know what? Actually, I'm going to change this because I don't want it to be exactly like this. Now, as you might have seen just then, there was actually an item that popped up out of it because it actually managed to get one item. Ah! See what I mean about stepping in the beams? You shouldn't cross the beam. It's not happy. Oh, wow, that was fun. So yes, if you have power going to it, it makes a difference as to whether it'll hurt you or not. Oh, wow, that was fun. Okay, so let's try this again without the oops. Alright, good. So, do you mind? Alright, so now that we're in here, as you can see, we're making forward progress. The work goes up to 300 and then it does something. Alright, before it gets to 300, let's go ahead and just because I'm curious, let's grab a diamond chest. We should have, yes, plenty of excess diamond chests left over. Now, I can hook this up and I will, whoops. I can and will hook this up to my automatic import chest, my ender chest. But for the moment, I actually want to go ahead and have this thing be anonymous here. Okay, so let's see. We got a redstone ore, haha, redstone, and an apatite ore for the 2 times that it went through this. Okay, so basically the way this works, and I'll explain this to you, and this is why it's such an end game thing, okay? Each one of the laser drill prechargers will take up to 5,000 RF per tick. Okay, 5,000 RF. Okay, you can also power it with EU from Industrial Craft or MJ from good old normal everyday Buildcraft. Okay, each one can take up to 5,000 RF per tick, and I don't know what the numbers are for the well, actually no, because 10% of RF equals MJ, so that would be 500 Minecraft joules per tick, I think. I have no idea what the conversion rate to EU is. I don't know, nor do I really care. It's a bit much to try to cover. Okay, so it's taking a ton of power. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Let me look over here real quick. If I can manage to get up the stairs, how fast is this draining? Yes, it is draining this thing rather quickly. So yeah, I'm not anywhere close to providing enough power to take care of this. So that's going to be an issue. But anyway, So you can run it with a single precharger, and realistically, I probably could run it with a single precharger and have it function exactly the same way. What is that? Topaz ore. Nice. Now, it only produces ores, okay? You never get any actual items. You'll get apatite ore, redstone ore, iron ore, copper ore. It's like running around and using nothing but a silk touch pickaxe. Everything is in its ore form. You have to break it down yourself later. Okay? But now, I don't really care for all the different ores. I am running out of redstone ore, and the other stuff I pretty much have all I want to. So in this case, we have these nice little slots right here. Now, I'll get into those real quick because realistically, I'm so close to having this good to go that I'm just going to go ahead and push a little bit of an extra long episode and get this build done in one go. All right, so here we have the focuses. Okay, the focuses here are the laser focuses from Mine Factory Reloaded. Now, each one of these particular things has its own set of things, basically, that it does. All right. The long story short, let's see. The red focus, which is the one I want, if I use the red focus, it will make it only get, I think it's ruby and redstone. Okay, if you were to use the orange focus, you would get copper and I think ardite. Okay, yellow focus would get you sulfur, gold, and I think glowstone even. But anyway, so it can produce all these different things, and depending on which one you want to use the different laser focus. So we want red. Red is a good thing. So this requires gold nuggets, emeralds, and stained glass pane. Stained glass pane is made with good old stained glass, and stained glass is made with ceramic dye plus glass. Now, I think we've actually done this already, but let's try this anyway. Alright, good. 64, you know what, I got plenty of stuff, let's make 2. So then we've got that and this, so we go with this, and we make that, and then we go and make this, and now we have way more than we thought we needed. Alright, cool. So now we have focuses. Alright, now you can try to limit it down. If you're looking for one thing in particular, you look it up and see which particular one you want. But since I want redstone the most, we're going to put all of these as red focuses. So now, since it's almost done, we should get something red next time it pops something in here. Oh, nope, it went iron that time. That's kind of funny. I wonder why I did that. Interesting. Alright, well, we're going to take all of this stuff out real quick, just because, and with all the red focuses in, and maybe it's because the focuses weren't there when it started to work, or it may be that, but at one version, it guaranteed that you got something red, and another version, it didn't guarantee that you got something red, but it increased your chances of getting something red. Okay, so I guess we're going to continue to have it be increased chances. That's not really what I wanted, but what can you do? Alright, so my biggest problem with this is going to be power. I'm not going to have enough power. It's going to be a problem. So I think at the beginning of next episode, you know what? No, we're not going to do it at the beginning of next episode. We're going to do it now. Because I can, I want to, and there's no one around to stop me. Yes, that's right. I'm one of those people who does it just because I want to. Let's see. Liquid fueled boiler firebox. Can I make more of these? Can I make 18 of these? Oh, tell me I have enough. Nice. Awesome. Okay. Do I have anything else? Let's see. We're going to go with the high pressure boiler tank. Alright, how many of these are we going to need? We're going to need 36 of each of these. So we're going to need... Oh god, I'm trying to do math. 36 and 36 is 72. Okay, so... Ooh, we don't have enough? We don't have enough. High pressure boiler tank requires steel plates. Alright, well, that's interesting. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set up 2 more liquid-fueled fireboxes. I'm going to set them up down here in this room, and we're going to let them start heating up. And at the beginning of the next episode, we'll go ahead. They should be fully heated up by the time I record the next episode. So next time we come in, we should have 2 fully heated up liquid-fueled boilers. And then we will go ahead and make some power to feed into these, and they will have their own dedicated power source so that we don't drain the main base's power, because holy crap, we've already drained an entire resonant energy cell. 50 million RF is gone that fast. So yeah, we're not going to be able to keep that up. So we will make it its own dedicated power source, which, by the way, as long as we're here real quick, I will show you that we have 70,000 oily propolis and 51,000 petroleum propolis now. We are well within our means to go ahead and use excess amounts of this stuff to make power. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and next time we'll come back and get the power system set up and have it run its own things. So until next time, this is Jeronitis signing off on episode 104 of Feed the Beast 1.6. Like me if you like me, subscribe if you want to see what craziness I do next, and remember, help spread the gaming.